Howdy, everybody. Oh, that's horrible. Hey, how's it going, y'all? This is Barbarian Kung Fu here, and I'm bringing to you a new series that I'm going to try and do, and I need your help. What I'm doing here is basically I'm critiquing people's shipping habits. Due to a recent issue that I had with a seller, I feel like there is a void in this area of our comic book community. There's not enough people that are being held accountable for their actions when it comes to doing things like this. If you ship comics, you should know how to do it. This video is not meant to poke at people. It's not meant to make anybody angry. It is just a critique. It's my opinion, my scale of 1 to 10 on how you did. A 5 isn't horrible. A 2 is pretty bad. A 10 is flawless, you know. I don't think I would ever get a 10 on my own scale. But it's just, this is supposed to be informative. It's supposed to be educational. If you've never shipped a comic book before to anybody and you feel like you want to start selling comics, you need to know how to do it. I'm not going to teach you how to pack a comic book. I'm going to teach you the things that I think are wrong with the way other people pack comic books. So what I'm going to do here is I take the seller, I buy stuff off of Instagram, I buy stuff off of eBay, buy stuff off of Facebook Marketplace or wherever, and I'm going to let you know who I buy it from. I'm going to let you know, if it's from eBay, I'm going to let you know their score, their feedback rating. I'm going to let you know if they have negative comments against them, what they are for, and if I think they're justified, or if it's something where somebody's just being a freaking jackass. It's things like that I'm going to try and point out about them. I'm not just going to be saying you did this wrong and this wrong. I mean, if somebody's doing a lot of stuff right, I'm going to let you know that too. It's a video to make you as the buyer informed also on what to expect. When you're a buyer, you want to know if the shipper, the person you're buying from, what their shipping habits are. Their score isn't going to tell you that. Their score is not going to tell you if they ship in a comic mailer or if they stick it in bubble wrap and wrap it up with cellophane. You won't know that unless there's somebody on my video. So I'm doing 3 people. I'm going to do 3 people on each episode. You let me know at the end of this one whether you think it's even worth me doing anymore. I think it's something that is it's something that's been needed for a while, and so there's so many people selling everywhere, so we'll see. You let me know. But I'm gonna start with the first one, and like I said, this isn't to hurt people's feelings. I don't want anybody to think that I'm just trying to be mean. That's not me. I'm not a mean guy. But when someone's doing something wrong, I want people to know. If someone's doing something right, I want people to know. So move on to the first one that I received that we're going to be reviewing today is from an Instagram person, seller, a person on Instagram that's a seller. Store name is called Skull and Tux, based in Los Angeles, California. And I contacted him. I paid for it, purchased it on January 31st, and didn't hear anything back for a while. So February 9th, wrote him back and asked him if I had a tracking number. Didn't hear back from him. February 11th, I just wrote hello and he responded on the 11th, said he'd been in and out of town, been busy, forgot about my purchase, and to make up for it, he was going to ship it out, priority mail, throw some extra stuff in there. So I don't know exactly what I'm getting in this package. I know the 2 things that I purchased should be in there, but there may be more. So it arrived today. Today's the 16th, so it actually took 4 days for 2 days shipping, but that's not his fault. That's the post office. I won't hold that against him. So here we go. Open this thing. Alright. Oh yeah, he really hooked it up. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Like I said, I was in contact with him. After I finally got in contact with him, he explained he was sorry. And I understand, life happens. So, we'll start out with Silver Surfer number 93. That's one of the ones I purchased. And Dracula, Terror in the Snow. This is another Power Records. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that every Thursday, if I have something to play, or if it's not Valentine's Day, I play a Power Record and follow it, and you can enjoy it while it's going on. Okay, the record is in here. That's pretty important. And it looks pretty good. There's some dimples in it. I'll have to play it and see how they affect it, but we'll see. It looked nice in the picture. There's no scratches in it. Those are from the manufacturer. When it was pressed, little dimples get into the soft vinyl. Oh shit, I'll put that there later. So, looks like he also threw in Secret Wars Battle World #1. That's pretty cool. I don't know anything about that series, but I have a couple of them. I have to read it and see if I want to get the rest. Age of Ultron book 6. This has a Avengers cover that looks like old Wolvie slashing through. Silver Surfer number 90. And that is Quasar on there, isn't it? Is that Quasar? Oh wait, this is the son of Captain Marvel. The son of Captain Marvel is back. Oh. And then this here is Silver Surfer number 4, Newsstand. I already have this, but it's cool. I understand he's trying to make up for his boo-boo. So, everything was packaged good, like it should be. Lots of cardboard. Lots of cardboard. Inside of something where they won't slide around. You can use envelopes that are free. You can wrap them up in cellophane. You can frickin' put boards on both sides and tape them, or tape them to the board. All that stuff works the same way. Inside of cardboard so it won't bend. Not too bad. I guess on a scale of 1 to 10. If it wasn't delayed, this would be a 10 all day long. I understand life happens, so I'm not holding that against you personally, but as a buyer to a seller, it took 2 weeks, over 2 weeks for me to get something that I ordered. So as a seller, I have to hold that against you, bud. I'm sorry. I know it sucks. I would say a 7. I'll give you a 7 out of 10. Everything as far as the comics looks good, and they are as described. But if you're going to sell thousands and thousands of comics on any platform, you got to monitor it daily. Otherwise, set a notification. Can't you do that? If you set a notification, then you'll know, hey, I'm back in town today. I got to ship out tomorrow. I got comics I got to fill. So we'll move on to the next one. So here's the second package we're going to review today. This was purchased off of eBay. It was purchased from a seller who doesn't have a name. There's just a bunch of letters and numbers. So it's MLBD22. And a little bit about them. They're a pretty decent size seller. They have the red star. They've got a 4,902 rating. So they've been selling for quite a while. They should know what they're doing by now. And they shipped it in a mailer, so they do know what they're doing, but doesn't pass the shake test. That definitely doesn't pass the shake test. I hope you can hear that. So their feedback score, they have a 99.6% positive feedback score. When you go on to their feedback, they have in the past 6 months, I think it is, they have 2 negatives and 1 neutral. The neutral one, somebody's complaining about the condition of the box when it showed up, which isn't, a seller can't control how the postal service handles their packages, but they can prepare for it. So the 2 negative ones from 6 months, they're communication. The person has really good scores on everything, but communication is the one that's the lowest in, and all the complaints are things that probably could have been fixed with better communication. So I would say my suggestion to them would be to try and communicate better. Anyway, showed up today. So 6 days in transit, or 6 days from the time I purchased it. They can't control the speed that it's here unless they pay extra for it. Shipping was $4.50. And you don't need to know how much I paid for this comic, but it's just 1 comic. That's why it's in a mailer. It was shipped media mail. I don't mind media mail. I use media mail even though we're not supposed to from time to time too. My only problem with it is if they do inspect it, the person that is receiving it is the one who has to pay the difference. So if this seller who has communication problems would have shipped this and it would have been inspected, I would have had to pay the actual postage, and they can charge anything they want to. They don't. Hopefully they would do it first class. First class is only $3.75, and so it would have been a better idea for them to just charge $5 shipping and send it media mail. My opinion. I'm getting off topic though, so let's open this sucker and see what this rattly bastard has to offer. I'm kind of excited about this comic because I'm a big fan of X-23. I would be kind of upset shaking around like that if it was an expensive comic. I did not pay very much for it though. So, not taped in, as you can see. No tape holding the flap closed or anything. And it looks like it's nothing banged up on it or anything like that. There's no corner bends or anything where it had gotten rammed around. This was sold in... The person doesn't like to use grading terms as far as near mint, very fine, whatever. They just said that it was an off-the-shelf condition. So it looks fine to me. It doesn't look like it got any bends or stresses on it or anything like that. And it is the Scotty Young variant for X23 number 1. Super cool. So, let's see. I'm going to have to take off for the packaging as far as security-wise. When you mail a package, it shouldn't shake. You shouldn't be able to feel anything move inside of it. It wasn't a mailer, so that's good. It was shipped quickly. I would have to, I'm going to give them a 7.5. The potential for disaster was there. If this would have been a giant size X-Men number 1, I would be losing my shit right now. It wasn't, thank God. If this would have showed up to me with corner dings on it, I would not have been surprised at all. And that's not something that you should have to worry about as a buyer. When you buy a product, it should show up to your door in exactly the condition it was mailed to you in. There should never be any damage to the comic or whatever you're buying at the fault of the sender. You can't control the post office, but you can control how you package your stuff. So, yeah, 7.5. If it would have been taped in there securely, and if it would have been shipped first class, where I potentially wouldn't have had to pay extra shipping in case they inspected it, I would have given this a 10. Overall, it's a good job. I would buy from them again. I would put in the notes, to package securely and ensure that the comic can't move around in the packaging. I can't remember if this is one of the sellers that I actually told I was going to be opening it on my YouTube channel and filming it. If it was, then they definitely should have known to tape it down. Everything. I mean, if I had a heads up, that shit would have been freaking airtight. Anyway, take that as you will. MLBB22, thank you for the comic. I am going to enjoy it, and I'm going to put it in there with all of my Scotty Young variants that I look at all the time because I just freaking can't get over how cute the guys are. They're so cute. She's so deadly, and she's so cute. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, so the third and final package I'm going to do for this episode is another eBay seller. I bought this from a guy on eBay whose store name is Vintageredroom, all one word. And he is a Green Star seller, has a 5,833 selling score. It has less listings, it looks like he manages his stuff pretty well. He's got a 100% positive feedback rating. 5 stars across the board on everything for, communication, shipping, all that stuff. It was free shipping, so that's always a plus. So I purchased this on the 13th, which would have been last Wednesday, New Comic Book Day, 13th. I purchased this. It arrived today on the 18th. That's 5 days. It was shipped media mail, like I said, which I don't have a problem with shipping media mail, but I've already explained the potential for me to have to pay for more shipping with media mail, so I ship media mail stuff myself. It is in a manila envelope with no It's not a bubble envelope, it's just a paper envelope. But it doesn't move, and there is cardboard there. And, I mean, I'm trying to bend it, and it's not bending. Okay, so this is one of the people that I told that I would be opening this on my YouTube channel. It says, "Hello, YouTube." That's pretty funny. So look at it. And then you sandwich your books on the inside. It wasn't taped in there, but it was squeezed tight enough that it wasn't moving. But it only takes a second to stick a couple pieces of masking tape on there and make sure it's not going to move. In case somebody bangs the thing down on... Oh, I just totally moved the camera. In case somebody bangs the thing down on the ground like that. But, let's see. Well, I see... Now this doesn't necessarily mean that it wasn't already like this, but you got dents in on the board, on the corners, which could have been from moving around. The comic itself is fine. It was pushed all the way to the bottom of the bag, so it could have gotten hurt with this one, but it barely moved on the bottom. You can see there's you can't really see it that good probably, but that little dinger on the corner of the board, if the comic was pushed all the way up against that, it would have definitely done something to that. I'm gonna show you what these are in a second. So this is the same way. It's the comic's fine. The corner just got a little bonked where it might have just got tossed into a barrel somewhere in shipping and it slipped or something, or it could have just, I don't know. Anyway, Silver Surfer #1 from Volume 2 is actually the last issue in Volume 2. If any of y'all know about Silver Surfer, Volume 2 only had one comic in it. That's pretty cool to get. And this comic right here is what started me wanting to do this series of videos. Silver Surfer #50. First print, which is the print I purchased. And it's in great shape. There's nothing messed up with it. I bought this same comic from a seller on Instagram. That seller shipped me a second printing of it. And when I wrote and explained that I received a second print and was not told I was going to be buying a second print, basically I was told to stop being petty. It was only a $6 comic, and that it's my fault as much as it is theirs for not asking what print it was. The print that I asked about, the picture that they had listed was a signed copy of the first print, and they said that one wasn't for sale, but they had other ones for sale, and so I assumed I was getting a first print. I guess it's my fault for not specifically saying, is this a first print, second print, or third print? Anyway, the poor treatment I got from that person, the packaging sucked, the whole overall experience was horrible. If you follow me on Instagram, I put a post out about it, and if you cared enough to ask, you already know who it was. But that's off topic. As far as this goes, the packaging was excellent. It was packaged well. My only concerns, or I guess derogatory comment about it, would be that the comic was not taped to the cardboard to prevent it from moving around. inside the cardboard, because the cardboard's a little bigger than the comic is. It's supposed to be like that in case you bang it. But if you don't tape it in there and you bang it, the comic moves. Same way with the last one, it wasn't taped in the mailer box. Only this one was tighter, so it was less likely to get damaged. And the other thing is the media mail. And I understand it's free shipping. I have no business telling these people how to ship my comic to me for free. But if it would have been inspected, it would have fell on me to pay the difference in shipping. And I mean, I would have paid it, but like I said before, you never know what they're going to charge you. They could charge you priority mail shipping. They can charge you first class. This would have fell under first class. Probably could have gotten away with first class. But all in all, they did a great job. Vintageredroom did a great job. Very pleased. Comics look great. Packaging was great. You are going to get a 9 out of 10. If the comics would have been taped in to the packaging, it would have been a 10. I think everything else is something I can live with. And I know that in the future when I buy stuff from you, it'll be shipped just as well. Because you know what you're doing. Obviously, you got a 100% satisfactory score here. Everybody that buys from you is happy. So on that note, I will take it back to the end of the video. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Alright, so tell me, what'd you think? Be honest now. You don't have to hold your feelings back for me. I'm not fragile. There's nothing wrong with a grown man crying. No, just let me know in the comments what you thought. This is something that I believe in, something I plan on keeping on doing. I got more stuff to open for the next episode. That's something I'll try and do once a week. If y'all say it needs to be done more, then I'll do it more. But let me know in the comments. And if you know anybody else that you think should watch this that's not subbed to me, go ahead and share it with them. You know, I don't really care about subscribers. That's not my purpose for being on the YouTubes. I don't care to be YouTube famous. But like I said, I just felt like there was a void there that needed filled, and I'm the man for the job. Anyway, y'all take it easy, and see ya.